I wonder where Palpatine is in all of this.
Sitting in his office. Vader just staying in the background.
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Andor, Season 2, Episode 9. Last episode was, to me, is the closest to a perfect episode you can get. I mean, the build-up, just the emotion with all the people. Cyril having just, I think, an epic moment and an epic death by an epic guy that we love. And of course, that, everything about the episode. I mean, we talk about it a lot, so go check out our post-talk.
I'm glad to see Richard Simmel getting some love.
Yeah. To me, the episode, like in terms of the conversation, it's really about the emotion and the feeling and just the Empire doing this terrible thing that even Deidre was sick over it. And it's almost like, it just kind of brings me back to the Death Star. How many people there were good people?
Yeah, and, you see that, too, by comparison. What I was just thinking about is that she's seeing a planet being destroyed for its resources. While unbeknownst to her, they're building a weapon that just can destroy planets.
Yeah. Like, the idea of getting your planet destroyed is such a terrible thing to think about.
Well, fuck yeah, it is. Like, there's no escape.
Yeah.
Unless you can afford to literally just jump planet, like, skip, haul fucking noogies out of there.
Yeah.
And go somewhere else.
I mean, how many people in Alderaan, like the citizens, how many people were off planet when it blew up? Because that would be, to think about that.
It's like the Saiyans, man.
Yeah. There's like only a few out there.
Yeah.
You need to make a story about that. Like one of those guys, like he's pivotal in rebellion. Because we never,
Or even if he wasn't, then he becomes one.
Yeah, Leia, we got Leia, but someone else. Before we jump into this, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon to see the full uncut reaction, or leave a comment down below. Let's jump in.
Ambassador Aura, he's been arrested. Will no one help me? Gorman is being slaughtered.
I need to make a speech tomorrow.
They'll never let you take the floor.
I've seen you work miracles before. It has to be done, May. We need to speak out. We need to stand up and speak the truth. And then we need to leave. Both of us.
I'm not going anywhere.
We talked about this. What might happen? If this isn't the limit, then
It's
what
not
is?
so easy.
Compared to what? Nothing we will ever do will be as hard as hiding all these years.
We have to buy time. We're not ready. Yavin isn't ready. We need to stall. Yavin needs your leadership.
He'll be a hostage.
He's a good replacement.
Oh, yeah.
No. Work on the speech.
I'm distracted by how handsome he is, but yes.
Senator Temple found a listening device in her office.
If she speaks, we need to be ready. So we're keeping you a journalist. These credentials will work inside, but they scan for weapons at the entrance. You'll want to hang on to this one.
This is why he stays a saboteur. Because he saw what happened to Gorman. He can't just...
I'm not coming back.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm done after this.
You're tired. It's too much. It's too hard.
You were a witness to the Gorman massacre. One would think there'd be no stopping you.
I need to start making my own decisions.
I thought that's what we were fighting for.
She's right in influencing him, and at the same time, he's right in standing up for himself.
Yeah, they both needed to say that.
Yeah.
And... Nothing would irritate me more. Maybe keep it there.
That's what I was thinking. Just leave it there and play it off like...
What the hell? Just say all kinds of crazy shit.
You can put more than one.
Guess catch the plaza.
The dude with the Pompeii is really... What do you call it? Kind of haircut.
Ooh.
He's just come walking up in there.
Erskine Samaj works for me. He wanted to tell you himself, but here we are. Bail Organa's team is corrupted.
Which team is that?
The one that's taking you to Yavin after your speech.
You're just terrified what'll happen if I get arrested.
You need to think clearly.
Or be careful what you ask for.
You can't leave with Bale's people.
Do you remember Take Elmer, the banker? My childhood friend. I often think of Take Elmer. How quickly you decided he was a risk. How quickly all that
If you
happened.
go with Bale's plan, you'll be in a cell before sunset.
Right now, I'm more afraid of you than anything.
I'm sending someone I trust, someone I know I can trust. He will say, I have friends everywhere.
Cassian.
Yep.
I have friends everywhere.
Look at me, I'm getting these
Those
fucking
words.
goosebumps.
The technician said there's no malfunction or communication issues on our end. That Senator Mothma, it's gone dead. Plus, the driver. It seemed worth mentioning.
I'm not sure I've felt this betrayed in my life, and I've had some experience.
I've tried to protect you.
And you failed. You're dismissed. Immediately.
How do you feel about that?
Bullshit. She's being ridiculous. Luthen is legitimately trying to protect her.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I shouldn't have told her about Erskine.
Is she speaking or not?
I don't know.
Somebody knows.
Is she going through with it?
Ask Luthen. We didn't have much of a conversation.
You've stayed here long enough.
I'm not finished yet.
They're gonna find you, Luthen.
You act as if we had a choice. You appeared when I needed you. And here we are.
She threw him out. There's no choice but to try.
We have nothing. He's never even been inside.
Erskine knows the building.
Putting a lot of faith in Erskine.
Mothma knows the building.
Doesn't trust me and doesn't know him.
And if she gets arrested?
It all comes down.
She was upset, sir. News out of Gorman.
Let us know if anything changes.
Will do, yes, sir.
These cocksuckers piss me off
I
so
know.
much, dude.
Rats.
God, I want
cheese-eating fucking rats.
Ronnie,
Good job. Good job.
You'll have to float this morning. That's the best I can do today.
Really rely on guys that just don't want to do their jobs.
That's how things fall apart.
I know.
Even Cassie said in season 1, he said, I just walked right in and take it. They're so arrogant.
You've met.
Just now.
What are we doing?
Senator Mothma's making a speech. When she's done, we have a box inside, but the plan is for quick and quiet extraction. Gate 9, she'll meet us there.
So one of these three is the one he has to kill. Or all three.
You don't have to do this.
If you're brave enough to stay, I should be brave enough to go.
There'll be an escort team waiting. A team of 3. You need to leave the moment you're done.
Do you trust them?
Of course.
Do you know them?
Personally, no, I can't. It's not safe. Tear the shit out of this place.
Shit.
Man, it's a cuss word.
Oh.
What the?
Have we met?
It's possible. They have friends everywhere.
There's a rope line at the gate. Take this. It's the only way in.
Watch the door. I'll get the blaster.
Who's the enemy?
It's gotta be the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would obviously be the girl.
It's either her or the dude with the big nose.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
You idiot.
Who are you talking to?
Go kill him. Drop the call.
Damn it.
I am
Hater.
invoking Article 1752 and yielding the floor to the senior senator from Chandrilla.
Shut down the Senate, please.
Shut it down. Yes.
This asshole. It's me earlier.
The Chandrillan emblem on the door.
I've spent my life in this chamber. I came here as a child.
Where's Chava?
He was with you.
This chamber,
He said to meet here.
is a cauldron of opinions.
And we've certainly all had our patience and tempers tested.
Disagree as we might.
What the?
What are they doing?
The distance between what is said
Shut it down.
And what is known to be true
He's gonna be on the fucking chopping block.
Why is it locked?
It's supposed to be.
It hasn't been locked all year.
We know, we fixed it.
What?
We checked the protocol.
Open it.
of all the things at risk. The loss of an objective
Ugh.
reality. When truth
He's like,
leaves
What the
us.
hell is she talking about?
When we let it slip away. When
Bison
it
is
is ripped
bad guy?
from our hands.
Get her off the air!
This chamber's hold on the truth was finally lost on the Gorman Plaza. What took place yesterday was unprovoked genocide. And the monster screaming the loudest, the monster who will come for us all soon enough, is Emperor Palpatine.
we're gonna get her ass out of there.
Yeah, Palpatine's. We got to dissolve this Senate.
This is not productive.
We can't wait here much longer.
No, we need to speak. I have friends everywhere.
Goosebumps, Zachary.
I know Luthen can be hard. But if he's right about this, you have no choice but to come with me.
She's got to see it for herself.
Yeah.
The Senator has no comment at the moment. We'll have to perhaps
Let us get back in there. Come on.
Who are you? We're here to help you.
She doesn't. Let's move ahead.
Stand down, everyone! This is an ISB authorized arrest. Call your supervisor now. Back away!
She's a rebel spy! Anyone else?
Go, I'll get there.
We need 3 minutes.
I'm not ISB.
Shut up!
I've killed a lot of
We need to get to the rear loading dock. There's a ride waiting for us.
I'm not sure I can do this.
Welcome to the rebellion.
What?
The loading dock.
This is great though.
Yeah.
Intense.
Honestly, this isn't a good plan. He's just walking around. Like, there's nothing.
Well,
They're shutting down the building.
Forget the loading dock.
You're not gonna get very far with that pompadour, man.
Now, hey, the guy with the pompadour! Push! No!
Lock it down! Where's Young's agent?
We're still trying.
They're at gate 9. They've killed Young's agent.
Shit!
What's going on up there? I was showing you.
That's my driver.
Will you help?
No, he's an ISB plant.
We found her! And who are you?
Hey, look at me!
Fucking whatever his name is, Cloris.
Cloris, yeah.
Cocksucker.
Fuck that guy.
I wonder where Palpatine is in all of this.
Sitting in his office. Fuck. Vader just standing in the background.
It's great to think of them in this world just out there.
Oh yeah.
What about Perrin?
We're waiting home. Getting drunk.
Everything on the table! Full legs!
But if she is, what influence can she be without being connected to the Senate, besides her wealth?
Well, just her being, her speech,
Yeah.
her role in the movement.
Yeah.
Base security. Once the duty officer has made inspection, everything that needs approval will be...
Who belongs to this?
I think that's mine.
Oh, cool. He escaped Narkina 9. And he's also in Rogue One. Bearskin, how do you like me now?
You alright?
What the hell is this?
Willman.
Oh.
Ethan. He's safe. He knows you made it back here. She's not going with you.
There's a ship waiting. They want her to make a speech. They want her coming in with a Yavin escort.
They're all here together. Just
Great culmination.
You know this place.
I lived here once.
I'm not sure how to thank you.
Make it worth it.
Careful. 1, 2.
hope he lives, dude.
We are not going to lock this in, any of this. That's the plan.
Gold Squadron will deliver the Senator to Yavin.
She's making a speech. We need it broadcast as far as possible.
There's a dead KX unit bugged up inside.
KX droid?
Can't really argue with results.
Yeah.
I'm done, Biggs. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. But I want this right here.
She might leave him.
Maybe she wants him to keep fighting too, you know?
We'll find some place quiet. There's still places to go to.
Look at her face. She's not buying into it.
Why aren't you saying anything?
I'm listening.
Nothing's worth more than this. I mean it.
I know.
Don't like it, Zach.
She might be gone when he wakes up.
I would kill baby Wookiee if she's gone. I'm telling you.
Well, Wookiees aren't real, so at least you ain't killing much.
Oh, God, dude.
I told you.
Vix.
Considering all they've done for each other, obviously.
Yeah, it's like, it's like you told me before. At least you know you had this few good years.
I want to be brave, but I can't. If I was brave, I would stay and do this in person. I know you, and you just... I have to leave. I have to go away.
They're saving her for a show later.
I'll watch it.
It is a choice. It just can't be me. I can't be the reason you leave here. If you ever give this up for me, we have to win. We have to beat them. So I'm choosing for the both of
Yeah,
us.
my ass wouldn't make that run that fast.
I'm choosing the rebellion.
Hey! You can't stand there!
But it's over. And we've won. We can do all the things we ever
Oh, well, he's gonna be dead.
I'll find you.
Captain Andor! They were looking for you! They're getting ready to power up the droid you brought in!
It's a nice moment, I guess. He's in one thing, he's beginning another.
Yeah.
We can tweak endlessly once it's stable. It's really just a question of whether the cortex swap is rejected or not.
I'll take a weapon.
Yeah, what the hell do you need goggles for?
I'm not sure that's safe. Hit the switch. Very well.
Oh, righty ho ho. Like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Hello. If I've offended you, I apologize. If not, I'd appreciate you pointing that elsewhere.
That was the end of that arc. The best arc for me in the show in this season, for sure.
I love Saul's speech, but this arc has been the most eventful, the most impactful.
Yeah.
I mean, things have been culminating to this point, so I have to wonder how the last arc's going to go.
I know.
So.
I mean, the only thing I know is I heard it goes right into Rogue One. Oh man. Yeah, Bix leaving. How do you feel about that?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, they're both Rebs.
Yeah.
They both believed in the cause.
Yeah.
The conversation she had with Vel probably influenced her because that's how women are.
Yeah.
And what do you know? It's the greater good.
Would you have if you knew she would have left? Wouldn't you be like, well, maybe I'll just stay in the rebellion?
What?
If you knew she would leave.
That she would leave?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't
you're saying that if you
just don't go. I'll keep fighting.
I'll keep doing it. It's just don't go.
Yeah.
Give me that ass. But
I
don't think that
it was poetic and it was really nice. And
it's for the best. We didn't have to watch her die.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that he's going to die in a mission.
Yeah, we know he dies.
And
we know that she doesn't die, and I don't even need to personally. I don't need a culmination of that. I don't need to see Bix later.
Yeah.
To know she's still alive. Like a lot of people like answers, and a lot of people like that kind of shit. But I feel like it's just not good storytelling all the time.
I imagine she'll just jump back into.
She's gonna pop in sometime.
Yeah.
There's no way they're gonna let that go because it's a story end that Disney can make money on. So as long as they had a good story writer.
Yeah.
And a way to bring her back in, she might come back in the last arc. I don't feel like.
I just don't think. I think you're right earlier.
I feel like
I don't think she will.
Yeah, I think she needs to be left gone.
Yeah, and that's a loss. That's one of the things he gave up for the rebellion.
Yeah.
And that she chose for both of them for the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff on Coruscant with Mon Mothma was fantastic.
Mothma.
What'd I say?
You said moth the first time.
Motha.
Mothmonra.
Mothman prophecies.
Well, this reminds me of Peacemaker. Am I gonna fight a Mothra?
Yeah.
I need a jetpack.
And then we know Bail Organa. I mean, I was afraid that they were going to make it. They were going to change Bail in some type of way. No, it was just a leak, and he didn't know. Luthen just had good intelligence on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of, and
that's what they need to count on people like Luthen and people like Saul.
Yeah.
To make these big important jobs fucking happen.
And I think it reaffirms kind of
the the special forces and intelligence of.
Yeah.
The rebel movement.
Yeah, and I think it reaffirms what we were talking about last episode because Vel was kind of like, we need a real army. We're not Luthen's little soldiers anymore. We need, like you said, people like Luthen and Saw, because they're the reason why Mon got out of there. Mm-hmm. Do we think she's gonna be heavily involved in the next arc as part of the rebellion?
Well, she has to be. She's pretty much the leader of the movement.
Yeah. I get Luthen is never going to let you have anything on him. You're never going to know where he is or whatever else. So that might be pretty stressful. But I'm glad.
But he came through.
He came through, and now he's proved it.
Yeah, and like Mon Mothma, like,
and Erskine got to prove himself.
Being like, I don't appreciate basically what happened to Tay and all this other shit, but he's the one that's been making it happen to keep her safe.
Yeah.
And to keep, those things in check.
Yeah.
For the events to occur, how they happen, for these things to transpire this way. And it's the same with Cassian showing up to protect her. He had good intelligence on that ISB agent.
When he said, I know how much I owe you, do you think he's also motivated because he cares about her like Lonnie? Lonnie was going on a diatribe on all his sacrifices, and Stellan said, I think about you constantly.
Yeah.
Do you think he feels that way about Mon and like...
He's probably like that Irish guy in Gangs of New York. He probably does pay attention. That's why we talked about in the last few episodes of the last arc where these people were like, he doesn't care, he doesn't understand, we need to make him understand. And in truth, Luthen does recognize these things. He does see them.
Yeah.
He does know, but his thing is he's a pusher.
Because I'm a pusher. I push people.
You have takers and you have givers and you have takers in life. You have pushers. Pushers are just the most annoying fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Saul. Saul doesn't think he's going to live.
Yeah.
Saul just gives it his all and knows that he's going to die in the fight.
Yeah.
Because that's evidenced by the fact that he's losing more and more of himself as the show goes on.
Yeah. This show tells me that Chandrella could have been destroyed before Alderaan. Mon Mothma was definitely an enemy of the state 2 years
it's probably
before Bail.
Well, it's because of Leia. It's because of Bail.
Yeah.
Because those were ongoing things that they had a thumb on.
But yeah. I mean, I knew they knew that, but it's almost like it was still something they had to prove, I think.
Yeah, but if you didn't have Mon in captivity, you what are you going to do by destroying Chandrila other than being vindictive?
I think that I want to put it past the Empire to be vindictive.
Oh, and it's not so much the case though. Like you have Leia in your custody.
Yeah.
So if you're going to destroy Alderaan, or at least propose the threat of destroying Alderaan.
Yeah, to get the information out of her. Yeah.
So, you don't have Mon in custody. You have no one in your custody that makes a fucking difference. What would be the point other than you're just pissed?
Yeah. So for me, I like the obviously Luthen story. I want it to end well. Deidre's story, I want it to end well. And believe it or not, I've actually always liked Lonnie. Is Lonnie going to stay in the ISB? Or is he going to get killed or found out before the end?
I understand in terms of if you're comparing to reality, how Lonnie would be someone you would have some amount of respect or adoration for, but I don't really care about Lonnie. Maybe I don't know if that's worth in the last 3 episodes of this series in its totality.
Yeah.
Are worth exploring.
I'm just wondering what the last arc could be.
Well, we know
idea.
it's going to have something to do with Deidre. We know it's going to be developing a relationship between K2SO and Cassian.
Yeah, and I imagine Mon will be a
And we
part.
know that Luthen is going to die. We're very sure anyway.
Yeah.
And we know that Mon is going to be growing as a leader.
Yeah.
So we know those key points are going to be pressured. Do I want to see more of Saul and that kind of shit? Yes, but at this point, I'm pretty happy with his speech and just knowing who he is and knowing how he leaves the story.
Yeah.
So if we don't get it, we don't get it. But I'd be happy with a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder though, will we get Galen or so? I don't. Mads,
I think he makes sense, and we actually discussed. I mean, at this point in time, Jyn Erso is an agent before she gets arrested for Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
So
well, at that point, then I think there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
Like because what is there to see? Like Jyn working in or Galen working in a fucking lab.
Yeah.
He's already been captured. So
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. I imagine hopefully it's better because this arc was one of the best arcs out of both seasons.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for our conversation. If you like us, you want to support us, leave a comment down below. Hopefully, we'll wrap up Perrin's story next arc. See you guys next week.